Hey there, foodies and nostalgia lovers. Do you remember those good old days when family road trips meant stopping at a Shoney's restaurant? You know, the one with the iconic red sign that was as recognizable as Ronald McDonald himself. Well, before Shoney's became a nationwide empire with more locations than we can count, it all started with one little restaurant in Charleston, West Virginia. Their vision was all about creating an exceptional experience for their customers with outstanding food, hospitality, and a fun and exciting atmosphere. I mean, who wouldn't want to have a good time while chowing down on some delicious grub? But Shoney's didn't just want to be a one-hit wonder. Their mission was to make every customer a regular guest. That's right, they wanted to keep you coming back for more. And let's be honest, with all the crazy toppings they had on their ice cream sundaes, who could resist? So, let's take a trip down memory lane and explore the history of Shoney's, from its humble beginnings to its status as a beloved family restaurant chain. Let's dig in. Picture this. It's 1947, and a young man named Alex Schoenbaum opens up a drive-in next to his dad's bowling alley in Charleston, West Virginia. But he didn't stop there. Oh no, he had bigger dreams. In 1951, he met the founder of Big Boy, Bob Wyan, and became a Big Boy franchisee. Now, if you're not familiar with Big Boy, let me paint a picture for you. It's like a chubby-cheeked kid with a cute little checkered outfit became a fast food mascot, and people loved it. So, it's no surprise that Schoenbaum's Parkette Big Boy Shoppes was a hit. But Schoenbaum didn't want to settle for just a few locations. No way. He had bigger fish to fry. In 1954, he held a contest to rebrand his 5 Parkette drive-ins, and Shoney's was born. Fun fact, Shoney's was originally just the Big Boy franchisee for West Virginia, but Schoenbaum had bigger plans. He started sub-franchising like a boss, expanding his empire throughout the eastern United States, except for Florida, because apparently someone else had dibs on that. Back in the day, Alex Schoenbaum was expanding his Shoney's empire faster than you could say supersized fries. He started sub-franchising left and right, but things got a little confusing when some of his earliest sub-franchisees decided to operate under their names. In Roanoke, Virginia, Leonard Goldstein started as a Shoney's sub-franchisee, but then changed his name to Lendy's Big Boy after another sub-franchisee called Yoda's Big Boy opened up across town. We're not making this up, folks. And up in northern West Virginia, the Bowery brothers started their own thing called Elby's. But don't worry, you could still find these restaurants listed on the back of the Shoney's menu, alongside other sub-franchisees like Becker's Big Boy in Rochester, New York, and Toons and Arnold's in the Philadelphia area. Things got a little more streamlined in 1959 when a Lynchburg, Virginia sub-franchisee called Adler's Big Boy was sold to Lendy's, and Shap's Big Boy in Chattanooga, Tennessee finally took on the Shoney's name. From then on, all sub-franchises went by the name Shoney's. In 1971, a Shoney's franchisee bought the parent company and took it to new heights. Under his leadership, Shoney's grew at an insane rate, doubling in size every 4 years and eventually operating or licensing over a third of all Big Boy restaurants nationwide. Talk about a big appetite for success. And talking about appetite, from juicy hamburgers to mouth-watering steaks, crispy chicken to savory sandwiches, and fresh salads to delicious desserts, there's something for everyone at Shoney's. One of their most famous desserts is the hot fudge cake, which is sure to satisfy any sweet tooth, while their strawberry pie is a perfect summertime treat. And if you're an early bird looking for a hearty breakfast, don't miss out on Shoney's famous breakfast bar, which has been a favorite since the 1980s. I know you already like the menu, and if you like to learn about the history of your favorite eateries, be sure to subscribe for more content like this. Moving on, in the late 1950s, Ray Danner was a savvy businessman who sold vending machines. One day, he noticed the incredible popularity of Frisch's Big Boy and other drive-in restaurants, and he knew he had to get in on the action. But with Frisch's already having a Louisville franchisee, Danner needed to think outside the box. He teamed up with James Kraft, and the dynamic duo contacted Alex Schoenbaum to buy the Shoney's Nashville franchise for a cool $1,000. Their first Shoney's Big Boy opened in Madison, a Nashville suburb, in 1959. Danner and Kraft built 4 more restaurants by 1961 and eventually operated 7 Shoney's Big Boys. They were originally known as Shoney's Big Boy of Middle Tennessee, and by 1966, they had expanded to 10 Big Boys. But Danner was just getting started. In 1969, he acquired the Louisville, Kentucky fried chicken franchise, which grew to an impressive 22 stores over 15 years. That same same year, Danner Foods Inc. was born, and the company went public with Danner at the helm. By 1970, they had added one Big Boy in Columbus, Georgia, and another in Opelika, Alabama. Danner wanted even more of Shoney's territory, but Schoenbaum was busy developing those areas himself. Danner was hungry for more, so he opened a fast food seafood and hamburger concept called Mr. D's Seafood and Hamburgers in 1969. By 1975, the concept grew to 32 stores and was renamed Captain D's after removing hamburgers from the menu and focusing on seafood entirely. The number of Captain D's restaurants would quadruple over the next decade. Danner Foods also opened Mr. D's Islander restaurant in Huntsville, Alabama, offering gourmet dining including seafood, steaks, and Cantonese cuisine. In 1971, Danner's company became the second largest Shoney's franchisee by some units. That same year, he bought Shoney's trademark and assets from Alex Schoenbaum, changing the legal name of the companies to Shoney's Big Boy Enterprises, Inc., and becoming the president and CEO. Schoenbaum became chairman of the board of directors. As a director of the company, Schoenbaum was forced to close his personally owned Shoney's No. 1, the original Parkette Drive-In, by 1975. Well. It seems like the world of fast food franchises is not as peaceful as we thought. In the 70s, Shoney's, formerly known as Shoney's Big Boy Enterprises, Inc., wanted to expand beyond its Big Boy territory and changed its name to Shoney's, Inc. But that didn't stop them from getting into a legal battle with Frisch's, another Big Boy franchise, over the use of the name Town and Country for their restaurants. Frisch's claimed that Shoney's was trying to piggyback off the success of the Big Boy brand, but Shoney's argued that they were not the southern reincarnation of Frisch's Big Boy. I don't know about you, but I think this sounds like the fast food version of a turf war. Things got even spicier when Shoney's opened 2 Town and Country restaurants in Tallahassee, Florida, right in the heart of Frisch's territory. They even co-branded them as Shoney's Town and Country. I mean, talk about bold moves. Frisch's was not happy and sued Shoney's for unfair competition. But in the end, a federal appeals court ruled in Shoney's favor, allowing them to continue building additional units in Kentucky and Florida. Looks like Shoney's won the burger battle, but I bet Frisch's still has a Big Boy-sized chip on their shoulder. It seems like the Big Boy just couldn't catch a break. After being slowly phased out of Shoney's restaurants, the poor guy was even called a depression burger by a company official. Ouch! But things took a turn when the Marriott Corporation, owner of the Big Boy trademark, negotiated a settlement with Shoney's, allowing them to buy out their franchise agreement. Shoney's paid a whopping $13 million to break away from the Big Boy, making them the largest franchise to do so. And just like that, the Town and Country units were renamed Shoney's, leaving Big Boy in the dust. But it wasn't all bad news for Shoney's. They went on to open more restaurants in Frisch's Big Boy territory, even planning to saturate the market with their presence. Looks like the Big Boy just couldn't compete with the power of Shoney's. It seems like Schoenbaum was destined for the hospitality industry, having grown up helping his father run bowling alleys. So it's no surprise that he opened his first restaurant in 1947. The Parkette Drive-In, which quickly became a success. But he didn't stop there. In partnership with Bob Wyan, founder of the Big Boy franchise, he expanded his business and renamed it the Parkette Big Boy Shoppes. However, Schoenbaum wasn't entirely happy with the name and decided to hold a contest to come up with a new one. The lucky winner would receive up to $6,500 in prizes and a brand new Lincoln. And so, the name Shoney's was born, a clever play on Schoenbaum's last name. It just goes to show that sometimes the best ideas are right in front of us. Thanks for sticking around till the end of this video. Now it's time for a tough decision. Are you Team Frisch's Big Boy or Team Shoney's? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to support our channel. Until next time, keep exploring.